You know that all of the bosses in Elden Ring Night Rain have a secret weakness that the game doesn't tell you about? Let's go over all of them right now. Tricephalos is weak to Holy, which the game tells you, but did you know that he takes 10% more damage from piercing weapons and sleep affects him more? On the flip side, you don't want to use any fire weapons against him as he has a 50% resistance to it and also has high resistance to poison and frostbite. The Gaping Jaw has a special weakness to poison, but is also very weak to rot, frostbite, and sleep. But what you don't want to use against him is fire, which he has a 20% resistance to, or lightning, which he has a 50% resistance to as well as high resistance to bleed. The Sentient Pest has a whole bunch of weaknesses and resistances split between the Moth and the Scorpion. The Moth has weaknesses to almost everything, including standard, slash, strike, pierce, and fire, while also being very weak to rot, bleed, and frostbite, but has resistances to magic, lightning, holy, poison, and sleep. The Scorpion has weaknesses to strike, pierce, fire, rot, bleed, frostbite, and sleep, but has more resistances to standard, slash, magic, lightning, and holy. Augur's innate weakness is lightning, but also has a weakness to slash if you can hit him. He's more resistant to strike, pierce, magic, and fire, while also being completely immune to poison, bleed, and sleep. The Equilibrious Beast is the only boss that has a weakness to madness, while every other boss is immune to it. But he's also weak to slash, fire, and holy. However, he's resistant to magic and immune to sleep. The Dark Drift Knight has a special weakness to lightning, but is also very weak to poison, rot, bleed, sleep, and frostbite, while being resistant to holy. The Fisher in the Fog's main weakness is fire, but he's also weak to strike. However, its resistances are slash, pierce, magic, lightning, holy, frostbite, and sleep. Now, the Knight aspect is a little different as his two different phases have different weaknesses and resistances. His phase 1 is weak to slash, pierce, fire, and holy, and he's only 10% resistant to strike while being completely immune to poison, bleed, and frostbite, also having a high resistance to sleep. However, his phase 2 flips things around a little. His weaknesses are strike, pierce, lightning, and holy, while now becoming resistant to slash, but still being resistant or immune to the same status effects as before. Now, while you're out slaying all of the Night Lords, make sure to hit that follow as I'm releasing Night Rain guides every single day.